Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is part one of the audio recording from when I called in July 1st to file my complaint with the chief of the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribal Police on regards of the officer Brad Feger and them coming by my home, harassing me, trying to intimidate me and everything when I got an open pending case still going that has not gone to trial yet. Because I had to remove and fire my attorney because I felt he was working for prosecution and the police officers and not representing me like he should have been. So I requested, forms and papers to have him removed and fired from my case and to have my case until further notice, until I get my new lawyers. That I wanted this matter to be put on hold, and here I supposedly have court on July 16th next week. And this is in regards, this is what really drew the line when on July 1st I was in my front yard. I was out cutting grass with my son and stuff, and I was out by the stop sign at the corner of my property, and I seen Officer Brad Feger pull up to the stop sign in a white vehicle, which I've already posted the video on my YouTube channel. He was in the passenger seat of the white vehicle. The day that I did this call on July 1st, when I called Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe Police to file my complaint to speak with the chief, and I spoke with Officer Adams, Brad Feger, I know for a fact, was there because they put him on the phone, and he said Sergeant Feger, which I will be dropping that audio recording, and he said it wasn't him. And if that is, that's perjury. That's lying under oath. You're on duty. You were not off duty. You were in a white vehicle, and you even said it yourself that it was possibly CPS. Why would CPS come by my home, man, when my kids are over the age of 18? My kids are adults. Actually, my kids are over 21. So, nice try, buddy. You couldn't get Child Protective Services involved to try to come and take my kids like you guys do everybody else up here, because that's what you guys do, and that's your guys, how you guys are corrupt. When people fight against you guys and stand up for our constitutional rights and our rights to fair and due process, and we expose all the corruption, you guys want to try to run to CPS, Child Protective Services, to have them involved to take people's kids away from them. And that is sad. That is a disgrace to law enforcement. You should not be holding a badge ever again, period, ever. And I'm about to expose the recording. So like I said, this one, the first one is with Officer Adams from Dispatch. He is the first one that I spoke to. And I did state on here the reason why I was not letting them know that I was recording the conversation. And this is why. Because you would not get the response if you tell them that you are recording the conversation. You will get a whole different response. And the reason why I didn't tell them is because I wanted to see what the reactions would be. And I recorded it for my own records, my own documentation, to use in court, to expose this corruption. And so here I am. This day, July 1st, is when I called to speak with the chief of the Indian tribe. And after I spoke with Officer Adams, he put Brad Feger on the phone. And he said Sergeant Feger. And I am asking right now, is there another Sergeant Feger or any other Officer Feger that works for Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe Police? Badge number 427. So here you go.
Ready to record this conversation. I am getting ready to call the chief of the Saginaw Indian Tribe Police in Michigan in Isabella County because of Brad Feger, badge number 427. came by my house today again in a white car with a Saginaw Indian Tribe logo on the passenger and driver's side door. I am recording this, and I am not going to tell the chief, because if I tell the chief, I don't think that I will get the response that I would get if the conversation wasn't being recorded. He also came by my home in his personal side-by-sides, personal vehicles, undercover vehicles, all that to try and intimidate and harass me, my kids, and my kids' friends. He has came on to my property.
Private property.
The 5th or the 6th of June, right before Father's Day weekend. It was a Wednesday. He pulled in my driveway and looked at me, my son, my son's friend, and his friend's girlfriend. We all four seen him. And I know for a fact it was him and his side-by-sides. He comes by my home on his side-by-sides, everything. So now I am calling the chief of the tribe. I am going to tell the chief that due to me having to remove and fire my attorney, and I am in the process of waiting to get another attorney, that I want to let him know what's going on, and that I'm tired of being harassed, trying to be intimidated, and I have an open pending case still against Brad Feger and him for all their corruptions. So I am calling the tribe of the chief of the Saginaw Indian Chippewa Tribal Police and try to speak with the chief of the tribe. So I'm not going to tell him I'm recording it, because I don't think that I would get the response that I would. So here I go. Yeah, hello? Yeah, may I ask who this is? Is this the chief, Adams? No. Oh, this is dispatch? How you doing, Officer Adams? I'm calling you guys. I would really like to speak with the chief if possible, if he is available. When would be a good time to reach out to him? Some of your officers coming by my home, harassing me, trying to intimidate me, my kids' friends. The Wednesday before Father's Day weekend, he pulled into my driveway on private property in his side-by-side. He's been by my home multiple times in his personal side-by-sides, his personal vehicle, which is a gray Lincoln four-door SUV with tinted windows. I had an incident that... Yes, outside of work hours and during work hours. It just happened today, again, around... oh man, I would have to go back in my phone and look and see when I got the video footage. He drove by. I was out in the middle of I was right at the corner of my property by the stop sign. Him and somebody else, he was sitting in the passenger seat, and him and somebody else was in like a white four-door SUV type thing, older style, and it had the Saginaw Indian Chippewa tribal logos on the driver's side door and the passenger side door. It's all I know. I'm just telling you what it says on the side of the vehicle. I know it was him. I know it was him personally, because I know what he looks like, and he looked right dead at me, and it's not the first time that this has happened. It's Officer Brad Feger, badge number 427. Back on April 6th of this year, I had a situation where he did an illegal and unlawful stop to me. When he came up to me, all he was concerned about was asking me who had drugs and guns. If I would tell him who had drugs and guns, that he would let me go. He told me that he ran the plate, I actually have an open pending case against him right now that I'm in the process of fighting still. It was supposed to I would have a trial conference set up in July. I think the 16th or the 18th, but I just had to remove and fire my attorney, and I'm in the process of getting another attorney. And the attorney that I just removed, he is aware of the stuff. I have emails that I've sent to him. I tried, asking him to do something about this. I'm a single parent. I'm not originally from up here. I moved up here in 2016 to 3 times with the help of 911, and my mother just passed away in 2023. And what's your address? Yeah, because it's been multiple times, and I just, my kids lay their heads here at my home, and for him to keep coming, the officer that was on the scene with him on April 6th, he failed to give me his badge number, a card, and I don't even know his name to this day. And from discovery that has been turned over, all the discovery has not been turned over.
Nope.
And for these guys to come by my home, like, I can't drive, I don't have a vehicle, I have a vehicle, but it's not registered and stuff because of my license being wrongfully and unlawfully taken away from me in 2021 when I had them for a little over 2 years.
Yep.
And I've been fighting this, members. I had all my kids up here because most of my kids are from down by Detroit because that's where I'm originally from, is like Wayne County. But like I said, I moved up here in 2016 to start my life over, and I've been doing really good. And like this, I don't need law enforcement to be coming by my house. I have law enforcement in my... Like, I have law enforcement to him. And what these guys are doing by coming by my home through, late at night, like we were out by the bonfire just over the weekend, last week, just this weekend that passed. And
4th of July weekend.
Bonfire and stuff, and here they come driving by my house like at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And I know for a fact it was in a white vehicle with tinted windows, and also the the gray 4-door Lincoln SUV that he has. It was in that too, or it was the side-by-sides. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not. If it ain't unmarked cars, it's his person. Like, I even got videos. I even got video pictures of when he came here in my driveway the Wednesday before Father's Day weekend. He looked right dead at me, my son's friend, and my son's friend's girlfriend, all four of us were standing in my driveway, and he pulled onto my property, and I have it all around my whole property. It says private property, no trespassing, and I had 24/7 surveillance. I had to put up cameras on my property because of these guys. And I 30 years of being on this property and stuff, there has never, ever, ever, ever been cameras on this property. And now, all because of these guys coming on my property and stuff, I had to get surveillance on my property. and I would really like to. Yep. Yeah, now I want to let you know, if you can, Officer Adams, where I live at, it is like a dead zone. So, like, my cell phone service is not really that good out here. So, like, if I really want to talk to the chief. Well, I mean, for, like, say, when the chief tries to call me, and if I don't, if I don't get the phone call, if it doesn't come through on my phone, like, I want him to leave a message on my voicemail for me to be able to contact him back. Thank you so much, Officer Adams. I appreciate it.
So I'm going to pause it right there, because right now at this time is when Sergeant Brad Feger comes back on the phone. So I'm going to stop this recording, because this is the end of the recording for Officer Adams. And I just want this documented. I've learned this, man. Like, this is your constitutional rights, your rights to fair and due process, your privacy rights, your personal, human, legal, fundamental rights. Like, this is all your rights, people. This is why you have to, certain situations when it comes to law enforcement, the government, politics, people, the courts, the justice system, all that, you have to record and do stuff like this at times. So you have your own records and your own documentation, man, because you know what? None of this stuff, none of it. You think they're going to sit there and turn this stuff over that you called and, to make a complaint and everything? No, they're not. Because Officer Brad Feger is going to show you himself. And when you hear what he says, is ridiculous. And that's when you know that he is hiding something, and that is corruption, man. And I get him on perjury, because you know what? He sat there and said that it was not him on that phone. So be ready, people. This is the end of part 1 of Officer Adams. God bless y'all. Have a peace day. Love, peace, prosperity. Man, got to thank God, man. Thank God every day, man. God's a blessing, man. He blesses us, man. And, with him and the grace of God, man, and, people looking over me, man, and my kids, man, they keep me going, man. And I thank you guys for it. And I love you for it, man. God bless y'all, man. I'm out.